What is going on, everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today is the beginning of a new series here on the channel. It will still be surrounded around Fortnite Battle Royale, but it's more of a tips and tricks series instead of just standard gameplays or looking at new weapons, stuff like that. So what I'll be talking about in this series is ways to help you in the game to actually make you a better player and make better decisions in certain situations. So in today's video, what I'll be doing is showing you the best ways to approach different kinds of bases. So 3-story ones, 5-story ones, up in mountains, stuff like that, so that you actually have a better chance of surviving when you're actually going into these gunfights and whenever you're playing the game on your own. So that's really all for the intro, and let's just get into the video. And if you do enjoy this video, or if it does help you out, then please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye. So the first situation for today is approaching a small base, which I call a 3-story base, because that's the maximum height that you can actually fall from without taking damage. So that's why I call it a small base, because you don't take damage from falling out of it. But anyway, this is all about approaching it when it's on a mountain and you get cover leading up to it. So right here we've got a tree, you can hide behind to either let the tree take the shots, or just make the person in the base won't even see you. Then what I'm doing is leaning up to it and then building a roof and a floor to actually build up to him, get the high ground and shoot down on him. And obviously if he does make any movements, try and build up, get the high ground, and obviously you'll have to try and counter that, and then use your own techniques to actually try and get the kill and get the high ground, block him, whatever you need to do to actually get the kill. And that's really all for the first situation. And also, if you do want me to expand in any of these situations in this video, then be sure to leave a comment down below and I will get to them in a different video. So yeah, that's really all for the first situation. Now let's just go on to the next one. So next situation is approaching a small base on a mountain, but just like the last one, but this time you don't have any cover I should say. And I do know that there are trees there, so I could have kind of used them, but there aren't any a bit further up, so I couldn't use it there. But anyway, what I'm going to do in a second is build up using stairs until this. Obviously, I'm doing this in playground mode, so there's no one to actually shoot at me. But if there was some shooting at you, then make sure you actually place a flat wall, I should say, in front of you, when he's shooting at you. So that the wall takes the damage and not you, and then just build up higher. Try double walling, so you've got protection. So what I mean by this is put stairs down, then put a wall behind it, or even a floor in front, underneath it, so you've got as much protection as possible, so you don't get shot down. And you just build up on top of them and just shoot down on them. And obviously this will count for every single strategy. So if the enemy does actually make any movements, you will need to adjust your playstyle to actually counter them. But I'm not going to say that every single time, because it's just it'll just get repetitive. But anyway, that's all for the second situation. Now let's just go into the third. Right, so for the next situation, I'll be approaching a tall base, which is on a mountain without any cover leading up to it. And a tall base for me is a 5-story building, with 5-story 1x1. And what you're wanting to do here is put stairs underneath, and also a stair on top, so that the stair on top actually takes the bullets instead of you. And yeah, you have a better chance of surviving. I did have really bad building here. As you can see, I'm not doing anything right, so make sure your building's a bit better than mine at this moment, and just try and get the high ground again, and just shoot down on them, and you should be able to get that kill pretty easily. But the only worry about this is actually trying to successfully get up there, because obviously you can shoot through both stair above and below. Behind you, then your mountain will fall. So try and stay touching the mountain, so that your stair won't actually break if one below you gets broken, if that even makes sense. And if you don't understand what I mean, then basically keep both stairs touching the mountain as much as possible, so that it doesn't fall. So yeah, that's really all for the third situation. Now let's go on to the fourth. So moving on to the next situation, we have a small base which is in the distance, so we're going to have to lead up to this. And I've got two variations of this, just because of the place that I actually placed it. So one of them is go up on top of this mountain right here, and as soon as I go up here, just shoot down, and you've got the high ground. You should be able to kill him very easily. But it's unusual that people will put a base there. They may, but you may be able to see it and just shoot down if you ever do see this, and you get a very, very easy kill. So that's really all for this situation. Well, the first part of the situation will be another like version of it right after this. So let's just get on to that one right now. So moving on to the second part of the previous situation, we have the small base once again in the distance, and this time I'm not going on top of the mountain. Instead, this time I'm going to just like run towards it, and what I'm going to be doing is placing down stairs in front of myself every time. Don't jump off like the top like I'm doing, like I did once. Jump off the sides because you're lower and you've got a lesser chance of actually getting shot. So just keep on doing that, and then build up this, obviously putting protection behind you with the wall, and then get the high ground and just go down for the kill. Maybe even jump in, shooting with shotguns. Well, actually I wouldn't jump in now that I'm thinking it, but just shooting from above, and you should be able to get that kill pretty easily and like counter his base. So yeah, that's really all for that two-part base situation, I should say. And let's just go on to the final one. No, the final proper one, the standard game one. So moving on to the next situation, which is approaching a tall base, which is 5 stories high, from a distance. So what you want to do is build up using stairs like this until a certain point where he can actually, see you and actually can shoot you. So it should be very, very soon. That's what I'm just checking there to see if you can actually see me. So that's why I changed the walls, because this is like the only time that I'd ever use walls to actually protect myself, because it blocks your path. It just messes up your play. So just do that if you need to, especially in like against the tall bases. And what you want to do is when you see that person peeking over, what you want to do is place down a flat platform above you, like that, just so that he like shoots that instead of you, because obviously the goal is to get up there and kill him without taking any damage. So yeah, after you like block it completely, you take a different path and try and get the high ground just like usual, and then just shoot down and hopefully get the kill. So yeah, that's really all for that one, and that is the final standard gameplay. And what I mean by that is like not using any extra items. So now I'm going to show you how to take out a base using a launch pad and a bounce pad. So let's just get into that right now. So the first situation using an in-game item is using the bounce pad and approaching this 5-story base. So what I want to do is put a roof and floor stairs like that. So just put one stair down, run in front of that, and then place another stair to actually manage to do that. And then just build up like this, put a launch pad, and then just bounce up to it. You can also put a wall behind you and then do it like long ways, like go for the distance more than height. So that could work as well, but it's a bit more difficult to become more accurate. So just do that, and then you should be able to get into that person's base, and then just try and kill them in that. And you should be able to get a pretty simple kill and to reach their base and get the high ground pretty easily. Because you see a lot of people actually using them in build battles. They get the lower ground, and then you just place the floor like underneath them, place the bounce pad down, and then just jump up, and then you'll get the high ground. So they're very easy to use, but you just need to practice with them and then just perfect them, and you should be able to use that technique pretty well. So yeah, let's just get into the final situation, which is using the launch pad. So this final situation for today is using a launch pad to get into a base, and for this one you need to trust yourself, because you need to build up using protection, place a flat platform there like that, and that's where you actually need to trust yourself, because you need to jump to actually do it quickly, because if you don't do it quickly, you actually get shot at. So you can't take time to actually place down the flat platform and the launch pad, or else either your platform gets shot down or you'll get shot, and either way you'll take damage or possibly even die. So you need to trust yourself by jumping off the stairs. If you miss it, then you might die, so you need to take that chance. So just build up and then trust yourself by jumping off the final stair, and then place a platform, and if you do manage to place a platform, place your launch pad as well. You'll jump into the launch pad, and then you get boosted up and you'll go right into their base, and you can try and get the shotgun kill, or maybe even like a atomic gun kill or something like that, because when people launch pad into you, they get very confused. Like the person who's originally in the base, so you actually kind of trick them, and you have an easier time getting the kill than them killing you. So it's a good technique to use if you want to get into a base and get an easy kill. So yeah, that's really all for today, and showing you all these different situations and how to actually approach them. And if you did enjoy this, or if it did help you out, then be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. goodbye. And I also will be doing a series. This will be a series doing different, like, not situations, but like different parts of the game. So if you do know any, if you do want to like any more tips and tricks videos, be sure to like leave it down in the comments what you want me to do. I do have other ideas, but if you have any ideas, then be sure to do them as well. So for the final time, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.